everyone. I hope you're having a great day today. This is your reading for Wednesday, December 12th, 2018. We have reached the middle of the week. I hope that so far it's been good for you. I'm going to go ahead and get started. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your liking and subscribing. And the way we start is with an overall reading from the Sacred Rebel Oracle deck. So what is your overall reading for this day? For December 12th, 2018, what is your overall reading, your overall energy for this day? And this is going to let us know a little bit about, just what you're going through today, where you are right now. And it's also going to help us understand the rest of the cards as we go through the reading. So what is your overall energy for this day, for Wednesday, December 12th, 2018? What is your overall guiding energy? You have dream a beautiful dream. So this card is a message that is as pleasant as it sounds. It's telling you, you can hope for anything you want. You can make wishes today. You can really, really imagine what your life could be like if you are in an ideal place, if you're able to get everything that you want, everything that you desire. Think about that today. Think about what it is that you're working towards. Think about why you're working towards those things and what matters to you and what makes you just feel warm and feel pleasant and positive inside. Okay, this card is just telling you, it's okay to dream. It's okay to imagine. It's okay to hope. It's okay to hope for a better future, even if things look bleak, even if things don't look as positive. It is totally okay to dream of positive things. Okay, so let's get a little bit more insight into what your positive, beautiful dream might be about today. This is your aspirational card. This card is going to help you know just kind of what energy to sort of work towards, what energy you should aspire towards. And it also lets us know, like I said, a little bit about that overall dream card that you've got. So what is your aspirational energy for today, for Wednesday, December 12th, 2018? What is your overall guiding energy for today? You have the Queen of Wands. Okay, so whatever it is, it's something you're passionate about. It's something you're excited about, and you're at this point where you know what you want to work towards. You know what kind of steps you want to take, but maybe you're not 100% sure of whether or not you need to do this alone or whether or not you need help with someone. But I do think that if you're able to overcome whatever challenges you're dealing with, you're going to be at a point where you know exactly what you need, you know exactly what works for you and what matters to you and what you're ready to achieve. And you're learning the steps you need to take to achieve that. But if you're like I said, able to overcome all these challenges and you're able to really let yourself dream and let yourself imagine, then you're going to be able to achieve these goals. And whatever these goals are, it's something that inspires great passion in you. It's something that makes you feel, powerful, makes you feel strong, and makes you say, I know that this is right for me. I know that this is what I need to do for whatever reason, whether it's you overcoming your challenges, whether it's just because you've been dreaming about this for so long. You are at this point, or you're going to get to this point. You can aspire to this point where you know exactly what you need to do, and you know exactly what you want, and you know exactly what path you want to be on. So absolutely, that's a beautiful kind of message for you, a beautiful energy for you to aspire to. You're not entirely letting your guard down, though. You're not like being delusional. You're not like, oh, I can do anything, I can do everything. And excuse me, my voice is kind of a little bit shot today, but yeah, you're not just like, oh, I can do anything and everything easy with no work. You're aware of the hard work it's going to take. You're aware of all the pushing and all the moving and all the forging your own fires, the creating that is going to be required of you. But you do, I think if you're able to overcome your challenges and get to this point, you will know that you're in the right path, and you'll be willing and ready to put in all that work. Okay, so let's see what is challenging you on the physical level. This is anything concerning your body, your finances, your job, your relationships, your health, your home life, anything just on the earthly, mundane realm. So what is challenging you today? Wednesday, December 12th, 2018. What is your challenge on the physical level for today? You the devil. So you might be worried that not everything is as it seems, and that's probably a valid worry. And you might be thinking, you know, you might be in that headset, if I can do anything, and that could be creating a recklessness within you. It could be making you, you know, want to act out, making you want to just make decisions without actually thinking about the consequences of those decisions. You want to do things without actually, you know, worrying about what could happen if this fails. But today, that's not necessarily the energy for you. Today, that's in your challenge position. So be careful of making rash choices. Be careful of recklessness. Be careful of, you know, deceiving yourself and people who might be wanting to deceive you. Be careful of just kind of jumping ahead of yourself, you know, like get all the information before you make any decisions today. Get all of the information, consider the consequences, consider the results of your behaviors today before you do something that could potentially harm you, potentially put you back away from where you want to be, okay? So let's see what you can do to kind of overcome this devil energy. What can you do to be less reckless, to be less impulsive today? How can you overcome your challenge for Wednesday, December 12th, 2018? How can you overcome this challenge on the physical level? So you have the Four of Swords and the Two of Swords. Wow. So I think a lot of this is just, you know, you're kind of torn between, like I said, making these reckless decisions and actually thinking about the consequences. And I think the message here for you today is to kind of take a break, take some time away from this decision, because it's not entirely clear to you. You're not actually seeing all the aspects. You're not even, probably not even really bothering to look at all of the aspects, like I said. And this is a message for you to take off that blindfold. Stop denying the truth to yourself, because it's really just something you're doing. You're not wanting to see the reality of the situation. You're not wanting to see the consequences of these actions. You just really want to go, and this is telling you, you know, you can't do that. You got to take a break. You got to step back. You got to relax. You know, stop wanting to immediately jump into action. This is not a day for you to jump into action. This is a day for you to look at all of the possibilities, for you to look at all of the angles, for you to know that it's okay for you to take a break. It's okay for you to not have to make an immediate decision. Even if you're feeling pressured, to make any decisions today, absolutely get all of the information, absolutely get everything that you can to make as an informed decision as you possibly can. Because if you go into this blind, if you go into this with just reckless intentions, it's not going to necessarily play out well for you. So I think this is your message to overcome that recklessness. You know, look at all of the angles, look at every aspect of the situation, and let yourself rest. Let yourself take a step back so that you can view this clearly. And, you know, be aware of anybody who's trying to manipulate the situation. Be aware of, even if you're trying to manipulate the situation to play out in the way that you want it to play out, but you're not actually paying attention to what's really going on and the real results of your actions, then that's going to be a problem for you. I'm going to pull one more card just to kind of see maybe if we can figure out more about what this situation is. What it is that you're not necessarily seeing as clearly, and what it is you're trying to sort of run into, what you need to take a step back on, whether it's, you know, what aspect of your life it could be in, whether it's romantic or a job or anything like that. So what aspect of your life might this message be directly speaking to? Interesting. So you've got the Fool. So it could be another person. It could be someone whose trust maybe was broken, or they broke your trust, or they deceived you. Whatever it is, it could be you. You know, you feel like you're deceiving someone, or you've been deceived, and you're just kind of jumping around, doing what you think could be the right thing, but again, you're not necessarily paying attention to the possible results. You're not necessarily paying attention to how that could play out for you, and how your behaviors are affecting someone else. So absolutely, like I said, it could have to do with someone else. It could have to do with, like uh I don't, my brain keeps saying relationship, and it doesn't necessarily have to be romantic, but it could be, you are recklessly wanting to involve yourself with someone else and you're already in a relationship, or even if you're not in a relationship, you just really want to get into something with someone else. And this is, I think, a message telling you to look at all of the aspects of this person and all of the things that may come up from getting involved with this person. So just be very careful about that. Let's see what's going on the deeper, more ethereal level, what's affecting you or challenging you on the mental, emotional, and spiritual level. And this can help us know even more about what's going on that physical level, and what it is you're being so tempted to kind of rush into, and what it is that, oh yeah, that song Fools Rush In. So maybe this is a romantic thing, because I keep getting that it's like romantic, or that it has to do with a relationship. So maybe, be careful about rushing into any relationship, any emotional situation. So let's see, what is your emotional, mental, and spiritual challenge for Wednesday, December 12th, 2018? What is going on under the surface? Again, you have the Two of Swords. So like I said, you're just kind of vacillating between these two, or between, it doesn't even have to be just two behaviors. It could be it could be multiple behaviors. Whatever it is you're just kind of vacillating. Like, as you can see, she's kind of doing a balancing act, and you're trying really hard to be one way, but maybe it's not necessarily working for you. Maybe the choices you're making aren't, they're just not showing you the reality of your situation, or you're not paying attention to the reality of your situation, and there's a choice here that needs to be made for you. I think we've got a lot of this, a lot of choice issues that you're dealing with, and whatever it is, you're not necessarily wanting to see how this could play out. You're worried, you could, if you go too far one way, you're going to fall. Okay, you're lacking balance, you're lacking stability in this situation, and a lot of that, I think, is because you're not necessarily wanting to choose one thing or another. You're not necessarily putting in any commitment to whatever it is that's been affecting you. And if this is, like I said, a relationship, then you're either wanting to put in commitment to the wrong relationship, or you're already in a committed relationship and you're thinking of someone else, and that's not something that's been discussed. That's not something, you made an agreement to be in this one monogamous relationship, and now you're wanting something else. And that's totally natural for some people, but it's definitely something you can't be deceitful about. You have to be honest about it, and you're having some real trouble just being open and honest about this situation. So let's see what you can do to overcome this sort of balancing act that you've got going on. What can you do to overcome the challenge of maybe not wanting to make a decision, not wanting to commit to any one thing, and so you're kind of stuck where you are? What can you do to overcome your challenge on the mental, emotional, spiritual level for Wednesday, December 12th, 2018? So you have the Queen of Pentacles, and you have the Eight of Wands. Interesting. So with the Queen of Pentacles, I think your message is to be careful here of being too prideful, of just saying, I keep saying it, like, I can do anything, I can do everything, and there are no consequences to my actions. Be careful, okay? And be careful of rocking the boat too much. If you are in a committed relationship or a committed situation, or it's a job that you've been committed to, don't jump too far ahead of yourself. Don't like quit immediately. Don't leave the relationship immediately. Don't go and hook up with someone else without, again, discussing that in advance, because that's going to rock the boat. That's really going to change the trajectory of things. And right now, that's not what you want to do. You really want to try to keep things as smooth as possible. And a lot of that, I think, you're dealing with some strong ego issues. You're dealing with some very big, like, ego issues that are making it hard for you to admit when you're wrong, and it's hard for you to admit, when you've made mistakes. But I think your message today is to really try to open your mind up to that, open your eyes up to the possibility that you're making a mistake here, open your eyes up to the possibility that you're not necessarily seeing things clearly, and you're really working from a place of pride, of ego, of vanity. That's kind of what you're doing right now, and you really need to find some guidance to overcome that. Some grounding to overcome that. And you need to know that you're already kind of going where you need to go. And if you change things up too much, then your trajectory is going to change in a huge way. And that may not be the most positive outcome for you at this moment. I would like to see maybe what kind of outcome you could have if you do commit to something, if you let go of your ego, and you don't jump ahead of yourself too far. What is your best possible outcome in this situation? If you are able to overcome this challenge, what is your best possible outcome here? To the Page of Wands, right? So new beginnings, new starts, new projects, new ideas, new path. Just like someone who is ready to create change and start growing new fruits within your life, reaping new benefits, new abundance, new greatness. But that is if you're able to overcome this challenge, if you're able to let go of this pride issue, if you're able to let things flow in their natural order and actually commit to action and stop vacillating between wanting one thing or another, or one person or another, and just be honest about your situation. And again, like I said, on the physical level, open your eyes up, take a step back, and allow yourself to actually look at this in the most clearest possible way, and control your impulses. Then you are going to be able to have some fruit growing, have some positivity, some new beginnings for yourself. So let's see what your energy is to close out this day. How are you going to close out this Wednesday? What is your energy for the end of the day for Wednesday, December 12th, 2018? If you're just where you are by the end of the day, where are you going to end up? Whether or not you overcome your challenges, what are you going to have? So we have the Eight of Swords, and we have the Star, right? So I think these messages, I said whether or not you overcome your challenge, and I think if you're not able to overcome your challenge at the end of the day, then you're still going to be stuck where you are, and you're going to realize, you're choosing this. You're choosing not to see all the answers. You're choosing not to deal with this head on, and that's going to keep you trapped where you are. It's going to keep you stuck, and you're afraid, and you're not going to be happy. It's not going to play out the way you want it to. But if you are able to overcome these challenges, then you're going to find that your greatest wishes can come true. You're going to be able to know that you can achieve things and you can heal. And again, you need to find some balance for yourself. You really need to find something. You need to choose how you want this to come out, how you want your outcome to be, how you want this to end, how do you want things to change for you, and whether or not you want them to change. And if you don't want them to change, then this is where you're going to be. You're just going to be stuck. You're not going to move forward. You're not going to move backwards. You're just going to be stuck in place, and you're going to not allow yourself by choice. You're going to not allow yourself to see the possibilities of change, to see the possibilities of growth and of creation and of healing. You're just keeping yourself from that. You're just keeping yourself where you are for whatever reasons. I do think it has to do with some fear and some lockdown. And, you know, if this is a relationship that you're feeling stuck in and you're really considering that you want to get out of it, then really decide what you want your outcome to be, where you want to be if you're out of this relationship, and what you want to do if you remain in this relationship. How do you want it to play out? How do you want it to help you grow? And how do you plan to help your partner grow? How do you plan to help what do you plan to create with this situation, this relationship or job or situation or whatever it is that comes to mind during this reading? What are you trying to create? What do you want to happen? What outcome are you wishing for and hoping for? Because you are in control of that. And again, you do have to decide. You do have to find that balance within your emotions and within your mind, that recklessness within you and that fear of moving forward that you're dealing with. You're going to have to find some way to reconcile those. Okay? So let's see, what can you do? I'm going to pull just one more card to see, you know, if you do end up with that kind of Eight of Swords energy, what kind of actions can you take to try to break out of that? What kind of methods or actions can you use to kind of try to move forward from that? What just jumped out? Wow. So we have both the Six of Pentacles and the Two of Pentacles. And again, we have so many twos here, right? It's definitely, you know, there's a choice that you have to make. It's up to you. This choice is all yours. And one of them is going to benefit you greatly. The other one might benefit you, but it also might just keep you stuck where you are. You may not make any changes. Be aware of, you know, giving up too much of yourself, giving up too much of your resources, too much of your abilities, and getting very little in return. Pay attention to where you're putting your energy. Pay attention to where you're putting your resources, because I think right now you're kind of just going through the motions, and that's not serving you, and that's not serving anyone else, especially if you're in a relationship. It's not serving your partner. Stop going through the motions. Pay attention to who you're giving your time to as well. Pay attention to how you're holding back your time as well, and really make that decision of what you want to do with your life. Get grounded. I think this has to do with maybe a career or relationship. It's something on your in the physical plane. So definitely, you know, take some time to really decide what you want out of your life and how you want that to go and where you want to put your energy. Okay. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you. It really just warms my heart to know that there is support out there. If you're looking for a private reading, there is a link in the description. Thank you again. I'll hopefully see you on Facebook or in the comments. Remember always that I love you. Have a beautiful night. Bye.